What's up, lindas, and welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. Gay. Thank you. And I am drinking some fruit punch today, and I'm doing it out of my cup mug.
Ooh.
I am actually using my cup mug this week. So,
oh, you put yours down. Okay, there we go. There we go.
There we go. And I will let someone later tell you where you can get your cup mug.
But it ain't me.
No.
No, I am David Healy, and I don't have a cute intro, but I do have a cute shirt. I am wearing... I do not have the sound ready, but that's okay.
Oh, God, I didn't either.
The one and only Miss Lucy LaDuca Let Loose shirt. Woo-hoo. Oh, there we go. Let loose. Oh, there we go.
No, we're not doing that this time, David. No,
we're
I'm going to play it one more time, and we're going to acknowledge it, and then I don't need you to jump up every single time. My favorite part is there's such a delay.
Oops.
That's my favorite part of it.
Well, that's what happens when we're 1,000 miles apart from each other.
Yep.
You're so far away.
I know. Actually,
David,
we're probably even more. I think we're around 1,200
it's something
miles
like that.
apart. Yeah. And guess what? That's not kilometers, so I'm sorry, people. But I am drinking water. This water is almost done. But good news is I have a backup water.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And hello. I am your beautiful Linda, Lana. Yeah, yes, I call myself gorgeous. I am here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I loves me some tea. As your resident evil diva, I can do everything backwards. And I'm gonna get to it.
You didn't yesterday. My finger went up for nothing yesterday.
What did I not do? Hey, what are we talking about?
It's okay.
Oh, doing Rita? Oh, no. I didn't say purr.
Nope. Logan and I both went.
Well, I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I loves me some tea. Purr. Any of you have some tea, you know what to do. Hit me up. I am not drinking anything because I drank all of my Sprite. So it is gone. But that's okay. If I wanted to drink something, I would probably drink it out of my cup mug. As Logan had mentioned, I'll be the one telling you where to get your cup mug. It's lanagcreations.etsy.com, where you can get all of your cup merch. And not only the cup mug, but all of our other things. So we do ship internationally and domestically. So there are no excuses. And I'm looking at you, Brazil. I'm looking at all of you. Get your cup merch. Period.
By the way, when you said that you're a beautiful Linda, I was like, that's a little redundant. And it reminded me of, if anybody's seen the Barbie movie, it reminded me of the Mojo Dojo Casa House with the redundancy.
I love being redundant.
I know. We need to think of two other words in different languages that describe somebody being beautiful so that we can just have like
which ones did you all use already?
Well, she said beautiful Linda.
Yes.
So we just need two more.
I love redundancy.
Oh God, I'm gonna try.
Is Bella? Is that
Bella.
beautiful?
That's
Okay.
Bella in
Bella.
Italian.
Italian.
Beautiful Bella.
Beautiful Bella
Oh,
Linda.
bellissima. It's bellissima.
Bellissima Bella.
Yes.
It's time to translate into random languages.
Oh, let's do like Russian.
Falig. Falig
Falig.
is in Icelandic.
Well,
Okay.
when we do Drag Race Iceland, I will say that too.
She will be
Great.
the beautiful, bellissima Linda.
Hermosa.
Falig.
Hermosa.
All of the things.
In her Mojo Dojo Casa house.
Oh,
Right.
we've got one more.
Okay.
Melida.
Yes.
In Chinese.
Period. See, all of those things describe me. Period.
Mhm.
Yes.
Because I am very, vain that way about myself. Anyway, but enough about how beautiful I am. Let's talk about how beautiful the queens of Brazil are, because that's what we're here to talk about. But first, before we do that, hit the subscribe button while you're at it. You're here and you heard us all talk about how beautiful I am and all the foolishness and intros that we just did. Why? No. Oh, well, there we go.
It wasn't me.
I did not realize you would have that visceral of a reaction.
It was very stunning and shocking to me that happened. But anyway,
Okay.
there we go. Fine. Cute. Yeah. So subscribe. Do all the things, the buttons that you say you support us, support you. And you did all of that stuff. So you heard all of our foolishness and you're still here. So that means you like us. So follow us.
I thought you were just taking over the hosting duties, and I said, okay.
I mean, sure. That's great. It was just shocking in the moment. I was like, oh, there we go.
Well, jump scare.
Jump scare.
Jump scare. I mean, if you want to host today, Lana, I'm not opposed.
Sure, why not?
Yay!
There we go. Brazil happened, and it's episode 10. We're down to our top 5. Again, because nobody went home last week. Deserved. Yay! Very
Can
happy.
we clap? Can we give another clap again for Shannon and Organzza on that lip sync, please?
That lip sync was amazing.
David, did you think it was amazing? Because
I did.
Great.
I loved it. And you know what? I found everybody likable this episode. It's amazing because I've definitely had my issues. Some people, personality issues. And you know what? We were alone with her thoughts on Miranda, which made me feel valid. So thank you, people in the comments. But she was perfectly pleasant this episode, and so was everybody else. So that was refreshing.
Oh, yes, I forgot. I was the one that was not here last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
You thought I was.
Can I take my moment?
Please take your moment.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on.
Have your moment.
This is your moment. Have it.
Shannon Skarllet and Organzza. Period. That's all I needed.
Oh, okay.
That's all I needed.
Okay, we're great.
Hello.
It's so
Remember
good.
at the start of the season when all the lip syncs were bad? And we were like, are all these lip syncs going to be bad this season? And then, since like episode 4, they've all been great. Every single lip sync.
They've definitely been better.
Good.
But Dallas was always in those lip syncs. She was always doing well.
True. But I think the moment they started having Dallas and Aquarelle, another excuse for me to say Aquarelle, because and we get to when we talk about the reunion, not next week, but in 2 weeks. Aquarelle. I'm very excited to once again incessantly say Aquarelle.
Oh, we got it. Thanks. I knew you were gonna do that.
But no, the roast was great, and the lip sync was amazing. That's all I really had to say.
Oh, cool. Back to episode 10. So we walk into the workroom. Nobody's gone home. Everybody's like, yay, we're still here. and we're doing this thing. Betina is very much happy that she has got her second win in a row. Congratulations, girl. Well deserved. Well deserved.
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 Wayne.
It was deserved.
Deserve. Deserve.
Deserved.
Very
Deserved.
deserved.
Very deserved. They seem to be laughing, but we're not laughing at that because it was definitely deserved. And so it was great. That was pretty much it. Then Organzza welcomed her to the 2-pin club. That was great. That was cute. Then the sirens go off. Yeah. And Greg comes out and does her little thing in the screen and talking about what's to come.
But she tells everyone, "Oh, stay where you are," because we have a video from Norvina.
Of course, from Anastasia
Now,
Beverly Hills.
I didn't realize Norvina was as fluent in other languages as she is, because now every franchise, I guess, is not all of them, but most of them are sponsored by her. Her Portuguese, I will say,
knows all of these languages.
Yes. Her Portuguese, much better than her Spanish, I will say. I wasn't mad at it. I wasn't mad at it.
I wasn't mad at it either. She did what needed to be done. She said what needed to be said, and they all were like, "Yay! So great, Norvina, wonderful."
I found out her name is not actually Norvina, and I got kind of sad.
Oh.
Her name is Claudia.
So why do they call her Norvina?
I don't know.
Huh.
Because her mother is Anastasia from Beverly Hills.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm not sure why she's called Norvina.
Okay. Well, sure. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, good for her. Well, that's fine. But she comes in, she says her piece, and they're like, "Yay!" And then we find out it's a makeover challenge. Woo! And so Greg's like, "Okay, guys, come on out." And it's 4 guys that walk out, and they all look very excited to be there and happy that they are able to participate in this situation. And so I think it was Hellena who was like, "I guess Shannon or Organzza has to share somebody because they messed up the rotation. It was one of them was supposed to be gone, and now it's only 4 men, so maybe they should share a person." And I was like, "Ooh, well, Julie."
Well, Julia.
It might be.
Greg.
Well, Greg.
What are you gonna do?
And so they were like, Greg was like, "Production, it's only 4 guys here. What do we do?" "Oh, you want me to figure out something? Why are you all staring at me, looking at me? You want me to?" "Okay, fine. It's between you 3. You in the middle, come here." And it's the content producer.
I don't think she had an earpiece in.
And she was holding it like she had one.
It felt very Diane Brill. It felt very Abel. It felt very Mariah Carey almost. She thawed. Did you see? She thawed. I'm very happy for her.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, okay." So the content production guy came out, and he was going to be the 5th guy, who just so happened to have done drag before.
Conveniently, maybe had done drag, but I looked at that man and I said, "Hello."
I mean, his eyes were gorgeous, I will say. I was like, "Oh, he has the bluest of the bluest eyes I've ever seen."
That's what they were. I think it was Helena in the confessional was like, "Oh, they had to pick the one with the bluest of the eyes," and I was like, "Oh yes, of course."
Yeah, yes, they did. Yes, they did. And they picked him, and he was fine. He was great. He was great. He took off his little mask and his radio and was ready to go. And so they did that. So everybody got to pick their person randomly through a fishbowl. And
I love when they do that for makeovers, honestly, because I'm like, then it evens the playing field. It's a random chance, presumably. I'm like, I do enjoy that.
I agree. Me too. I enjoy it very much. I thought because I mean I get why they do these things with the, like mini challenge winners and that, but I like the fact that they were like, this is random. It's not happening.
There's no mini challenge, so
we'll just randomly pick, and I appreciated that. That's good. So everybody picked their person. Everybody seemed happy with the person that they picked too, and it was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the guys?
I thought they were lovely. I thought all of them were good. I did love that Hellena was like, oh, I'm happy because I got you, and you're definitely the most femme out of anybody. And he was like, yes, I'm very gay. I'm very gay. And I'm like, good, okay.
I'm so very gay. So very gay.
One could say say something gay.
I say so,
potentially.
Yeah, for sure. Because not only was he very happy to be very gay, he was wearing a skirt. He was like, oh yes, I am here. I am feminine. I'm gay. I'm all of those things.
Yeah.
Love me. And I was like, I do love you.
I was like, yes.
I do love you. You are great.
Absolutely. Without a shadow of a doubt. Love it.
Because he was very handsome, by the way, too.
Oh, yes.
He was like, a good-looking man. I was like,
I do love, too, that as everybody's talking and kind of doing their thing, we find out from Helena's partner that he... I love this. She was like, oh, I love the spot in your beard. Is that just like my fashionable... The Cruella de Vil is a fashionable moment. And he goes, no, I actually have vitiligo, and it's taken me like a really long time to embrace this. And Hellena in the confessional being like, well, don't I look dumb? Don't I look dumb?
I was like, yeah. But yeah, it was kind of interesting. Yeah. It was. I was like, oh no. She was like, it's so fashionable, and Cruella de Vil, like, he was like, yes, because I have vitiligo. I was like, oh,
this is actually not my choice. I
have a disease that happens to turn my face back. She's like, oh, and I think I was like, I would have handled it the same way. I would have been like, oh,
would have been like, and I oop.
Because what do you say? Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't.
like, what do you say to that exactly?
You like, okay, well.
Oh well.
We will work that. We'll work with that. Yep. Let's just start the makeup, everybody. Makeup time.
Makeup time. Yes.
I would have been so. Oh yeah. Sorry, Hellena. I would have been. Handled it just as good as you did. Like,
they got you, girl.
They got you, girl. They got you. I'm like, no warning at all. Y'all couldn't give me a little bit of warning at all. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks. Yeah. But everybody, like I said, everybody's talking. David, you have something to talk about these?
Yeah. Songs? Well, I was just gonna say, like, the mistake, foot and mouth aside, I was actually really happy he was there because I feel like that's a story we haven't really gotten on any Drag Race franchise, and it had me thinking, like, we get a lot of representation on Drag Race, but there's so many like smaller groups of people that just have not been seen on Drag Race. And it's nice to just gradually see new stories and new experiences, new struggles in different franchises across the world. And I hope we just keep getting more and more and more of that, maybe more frequently, just the underrepresented people. So I was very happy that he was there to tell his story.
Same. It was good. I enjoyed it. And then we got more conversations with others. And then Greg comes in with her friend, who is also a makeup artist.
Makeup artist.
I'm about to say her makeup artist. And that makeup artist, oh my God.
Yeah.
Because the makeup she had. And also for our drag queen, by the way. But skills upon skills upon skills. I was like, oh, we gonna see you on Drag Race Brasil season 2, and if we do, your skills are going to kill some folk. But that's just me.
I kind of love their drag name. Because I just looked them up on Instagram. Leona La Bamba.
Ooh.
I like it.
I
They could be unpainted with Raven.
I was going to say, I don't know that I want them on Drag Race Brazil simply because we've seen what happens when a host's makeup artist competes on a season. I don't want that again. I don't want the favoritism.
I'm about to say, I don't know what you're talking about.
Me neither.
There was an instance on Drag Race Holland where the host's makeup artist and wig maker for season 1 competed on season 2 and got a lot of favoritism. So
I mean, yeah, I could see that happening, and I definitely think Greg is somebody who will do favoritism because yeah.
I love Greg dearly, and I think Greg is a lovely host.
Yes.
If anybody but Greg was hosting, I think that would be fine. They are, I believe, I mean, when one of the Asian franchises of Drag Race pops back up, maybe we'll see them there.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want to.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Makeup a brilliant. And I really enjoyed the critiques and how she was helping the 3 that we saw. We didn't even get to see 2 people's conversations with her. But the way she was like giving them tips and how they could do certain things with the makeup, I was like, I love that. And sometimes you don't know these things. So I love that they were like, she was like, okay, because Organzza was like, we're going to paint our whole bodies a certain color. And she was like, well, you should use oil-based makeup to help because with darker skin, the makeup sometimes doesn't settle right. So you don't want to look pancakey or, in my case, ashy. So if you do an oil base, it can still glisten and shine. She told Miranda about how to put the eyelashes on without affecting her eyes, which I was like, yes, because that's why I don't wear eyelashes a lot, because with my eye situation going on, it bothers me with big eyelashes. And so she was like, if you put them up higher, it still, and clump it together, it gives the same effect, but not fluttering and bothering you in the eye. And I was like, she's amazing. I love that.
Try it out, Lana.
I might try it out. I'm going to get my eyelashes done soon. I'm going to try it out. Next time I'm going to come over here, I'm going to be like my eyelashes. Yeah. But yeah, it was a beautiful thing. I enjoyed that. A lot.
Yeah.
I agree. I thought that they were refreshing. It's nice because we see so many people coming through workroom chats, especially in the United States, and it's a lot of the same people: the Ross, the Carson, the Michelle, and
the Raven.
Yes, the Raven, and we've heard their perspective so many times. So I like getting new perspectives. Of course, it's a different country, so of course it's not going to be those same usual suspects. But I thought they were refreshing, so I wouldn't mind seeing them pop up in the future on season 2, maybe as somebody that gives similar advice, maybe earlier on.
Yeah, I would love that. One of the earlier challenges, especially if it's a makeup based challenge or something along the lines of look or something. I would love to maybe have episode 3 or episode 4 if it's a ball or something. I don't want it that early, but I would love to see their ideas and their expertise a little bit earlier. I absolutely agree with you, Dave.
Yeah, because I think they're if we think Latal and Lamas,
right?
And how they critique. That's how I want it. I want it. I feel like we should have somebody helping the girls with these makeup because we want to put on the best show. And if somebody comes in not really knowing how to do or some little tips that they can help to enhance, why not do that? And so I would love that. But I thought they were refreshing. I thought they were amazing, and I would love to see more of that. But they gave the critiques, and then they left, and then everybody was doing walk lessons and performance lessons. That was kind of interesting and funny to me, seeing these lovely, lovely gentlemen walking in heels for the first time, and you know, it was cute.
Absolutely. Cute and lovely and wonderful and great, and everybody stumbled over. Makeover challenges don't do much for me, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it's just like they're lovely and fine and wonderful, but like it doesn't give a whole lot to discuss. Really, is kind of where I look at it.
But then we have our Emmy moment though, because we get
Yes.
a conversation between Shannon Skarllet and her person, and he was talking. She asked why he came on the show. Why did he want to do this?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, because of the hospitalization that I had. And she was like, explain. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I'm HIV positive, and I had a lot of back and forth to the hospital, some things that went wrong during my time. And my boyfriend is a huge fan of Drag Race, and he was like, I'm doing this for him because I want him to. He was with me when I was going back and forth from the hospital, when I was going through everything I went through having this HIV, that he was there, and I wanted to do something for him to show him that not only do I appreciate him, but I wanted him to see me in a new light. And I was like, this is so beautiful. Mm-hmm. So beautiful. I mean, we got the vitiligo story earlier, and then we get in this story, and I was like, ugh. This is the one part about the makeover challenges that I do like. I do like hearing the stories of why some of these people decided to do this, whether it's like when we were in France with the rugby players, like, why did you decide that you wanted to do this? Now with these guys, most of them, I think all of them were gay, and so they were like, my boyfriend is a fan of Drag Race. I like Drag Race, or some of them were fans of Drag Race. So it was very interesting to hear all of these different stories. But that story, I was just like, oh my gosh, just hearing how he went through so much, but overcame all of this in this I don't know if the word remission or it is undetected right now. He's undetected right now.
Yes.
And yes, that's I knew it. I figured it out because that's what he said. He was undetected right now, and
undetectable, but yes,
undetectable right now.
Yes,
but he was doing this for his boyfriend, and I love that. I was like, that is such a good way to show somebody who is going to watch the show and be like, I'm a fan who already watches the show, like they're a fan of the show, and be like, that's my boyfriend on the show doing that for me. I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, and I thought this was a good story to hear because it's so often that we hear about HIV on Drag Race, and it's almost presented as like there's not the struggles that we used to have with HIV, but and that may be the case, but there's still people that do have really like debilitating struggles. Like he mentioned having an inflamed brain and having to have surgery for that, and that's so intense. So it's easy to just hear about somebody having HIV and being like, okay, well, you're fine with modern medicine, but there's another side to it too. So I'm glad that we got to hear that story, and it kind of like shaken some more empathy in you to just be able to realize not everybody's journey with HIV is the same. So I'm glad that we got to hear that story.
Same. I agree. And then it was right to after they talked about that, they went right into the room. Yeah. It was It was that. Her. So if they went to the runway, we go to the runway. Period. Category is Carnaval Makeover. Logan, you did it again. Beautiful.
Thank you. I'm aware.
I'm going to stop complimenting you now. Thank you.
No, I just have to keep doing it better and better.
I mean, it was the I'm aware part for me. But it's fine.
Well, I am. But thank you.
Some people. Here are our judges. And I think they all did it this week.
Yeah.
I think they all did it this week.
I'm gonna be honest, it's doo-doo for me, y'all.
Doodoo
He kind of did that. He kind of ate here.
Doodoo ate this week.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, Doodoo. Yeah, Doodoo ate this week. When Grad came out, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, did you steal that from Bernie? Because I think you stole that from Bernie.
No.
But it was cute. It was cute though. But I think
And-
all the judges ate down this week. Period.
And our guest judge, Mauro Sosa. Lovely.
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 Lovely person.
Sure.
I love
Okay.
that pantsuit. That pantsuit is
Yeah.
cute.
That's
I
very
want-
interesting.
I want that garment.
I kind of want it myself. He kind of rocking it. Like, that's kind of cute. Not
And
even gonna lie.
Bruna looking beautiful as per
As
usual.
always. Per usual. Wow. This week was a good week for all the judges.
I think this is the best. I think this is the best week overall for all of them.
For all of them. For our overall panel. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could not stop every time they showed Greg. I could not stop looking at those like
things
antenna type things.
Yeah.
The prosthetic work was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really good.
It was good. And I kept looking too, David. I was very much like, oh. It's
Right.
so I couldn't take my eyes off them.
Right.
But we move because up first is Betina, and I cannot remember what she. I think it was
Caetana Claquette.
Claquette. I was like, it's someone to say. Okay, David.
I'm kidding.
David.
I will start then, and I will say.
I said David twice. Oh my god!
I didn't know you wanted me to start. I thought you were giving me like a hard time about what I said.
I'm going. I think.
Logan.
Thank you. I think Betina looks absolutely gorgeous, and I think her makeover partner does not.
Oh.
I don't think she looks bad by any means of the imagination here.
Mm-hmm.
My difficulty is I don't think these go together at all. I know what the reference was supposed to be. I don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it for Carnaval, personally. And again, hi, ignorant American here. Hi, I don't get it for Carnaval. But that's just me. But I think what Betina's wearing is one of the best things she's worn on this runway. And I think the partner got stuck with a pretty basic bodysuit with no cinching. And I don't think she looks bad, but I wouldn't have put the whole cone around her head. Because, yeah, that's all.
You know, I think I'm going to be giving the queens a bit more grace on this makeover challenge than I usually do, knowing that they brought their own look and they had to make their partner's look on this.
That was shady.
That was very shady.
Yeah, I couldn't believe they had them do that because this was a tough challenge. This is definitely a bit more, I don't know, challenging than what we usually see with design challenges. And overall, I think they all did pretty good considering. But yes, the actual queen, the contestant queen, looked better in pretty much every instance. There was one that was kind of close. But and that's not shade, that's a compliment.
I know.
But this one, yeah, I do think Betina, she looks freaking stunning. Her partner does not look as good, but they did their best, I guess. I just wish she had shaped her partner better, like proportionized things better, because she came out like, I don't know, something about her shape reminded me of like a toddler kind of. I can't even like explain it, but it was just like a childlike shape, and I wanted to see
toddler.
Maybe
David, a toddler.
Maybe not a toddler. Maybe slightly older, like a 5-year-old.
A dragonfly.
I just wanted more of a drag queen shape to her,
and not a toddler,
right? But overall, I like Betina's look.
Yeah, I was going to cut them the same kind of slack because of what we found out about why they I was like, oh, that's rude for them to have to do that. But Betina outfit, stunning. Absolutely stunning. Gorgeous, fits perfection, looks amazing. Her partner, see, y'all see toddler. I see a woman wrestler by the name of Piper Niven, and she is on there right now on WWE as a female superstar, and that's who he looks like.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing, Lana? No comment.
Think of a not a petite female wrestler.
Okay.
One of our superweight female wrestlers.
Oh no.
And that's what That's what it's giving. And and not even just in the body shape, but the face. He looks like Piper Niven. Like, that's all I'm seeing. But I think, and that's not a bad thing because Piper's not ugly. Piper's a beautiful woman, by the way.
Great.
Right. She's a pretty woman.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
But that's what and that's not even the best picture of her. But yeah, that's what all I saw when he came out. I was like, oh, you look like Piper Niven, but cute. The headpiece is doing something to throw me completely off. Like, why is that? That's a wig, right? That's just the wig.
Yes.
The black. It's just the wig. Yeah, I don't
Within the feathers coming out of the back and kind of like there's like feathers around the neck, feathers.
Yeah, I don't like the wig at all. Okay, we move. Scores.
So I'm gonna score them together. However, I would give Betina's look a full, and I would give her partner's look a 50. So I'm gonna average it to a 75.
Overall, I gave them a 79.
Overall, it would be a 74. Yeah. Hellena Maldita. This, Logan, is your turn to go.
It is. I thought this was pretty good. I'm not mad at this at all. Hellena wearing one of the best things she's worn on the runway this season. And I don't think what her partner, Africa Veneno, I love the name, by the way. That might be my favorite makeover name of all time. Africa Veneno. Like, I love that.
Love it.
I don't think Africa looks all that bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think there is a commonality between their looks. I get the family resemblance to an extent. I get that they're related outfits. I think the thing that throws me off the most with this is the silver glove. I don't need the glove here personally because I don't get the glove mixing with what Helena's wearing.
I think she has a gold glove, right?
Does she? I can't tell.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. It's just like, it definitely really felt like you gave your sister the leftovers that you had in pink. And in this case, I don't think it turned out all that bad. They were the second best of the week, in my opinion, but that's, and I'm trying to give them a little bit of grace because they had to make the makeover looks, and I understand that. It's just like, this was one of the more successful translations of it for me.
Yeah, when Hellena came out, my jaw literally dropped. Like, I was like, whoa, this is stunning, extravagant, big drag. I just loved what Hellena was wearing. The problem is, how do you recreate this? How do you recreate this on the spot, on the day, with limited materials? You cannot. You can't create anything that compares to this. So she put her best effort in making her partner's outfit here, but it really doesn't. It doesn't compare. It's good, but what she's wearing is great. Also, I do think her partner kind of struggled on the runway, and I don't know how much I can blame Hellena for that, unless she didn't really practice enough with her or teach her how to be confident enough. But I think her partner was the one who struggled the most on the runway with the delivery. And the way I saw it, the way it was presented, she seemed like such a sidekick, like they were not even close to on the same level. So that was a little distracting for me. And I'm sure if this was not a makeover challenge, if it was just a Carnaval look challenge, Hellena probably would have won. But there was more to it than that. So I absolutely see why she didn't win this challenge, unfortunately. But still, they look great overall.
Yeah, I agree. I think Helena's look is stunning. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's all those things. I think she made do with the best that she could with her partner's look after having to make it. She didn't have the fabric or the time to make a full outfit like hers. I'm sure she would have wanted to, but she didn't have that time. But she did the best she could, and I think I agree, David. Her partner's little struggled a little bit. You could blame it on the person who is supposed to be teaching them, or you could just say it just wasn't. She just wasn't comfortable, and either reason is fine. It is what it is. I think their makeup, she did a great job on both makeup. Like the makeup is stunning, but we don't expect anything less from Hellena when it comes to the makeup. She's always stunning with the makeup, and I think she did the best she could. And once she took the jacket off, I was like, okay, it looks more cohesive than with the jacket on, because the jacket on it just makes it look so far above and beyond better than anything. Like I wish she could have made even of a small jacket for the girl, but like I said, time, materials, probably didn't have it. But once she took the jacket off, I was like, there's more cohesion now. I wish, and I know she wanted to show this jacket. Who wouldn't want to show this jacket? Because the jacket is stunning. But if she would have came out without the jacket and just had both of them without a jacket, both of them would have still been, it would have been more cohesive, but I don't think it would have been as amazingly stunning. So right. I get it. I get why she had the jacket, but I feel like if she would have took it off and just didn't come out with it, they would have looked more cohesive, but still stunning. Scores.
I would give Hellena a full, and I would give her partner a 60. So I'm going to average it to an 80.
Okay, I gave them combined an 82.
I will match your Logan's 80 with the combined look, because I think they were great.
Woo.
Woo. Up next is Organzza and her partner
TNT. Now, okay. To the people of Brazil, please explain that. Because Greg found it the funniest thing she had ever heard.
And so did the judging panel. They're like, oh,
and
TNT.
So did the judging panel. Hi, ignorant American again. I don't get it. So please inform us.
Let me see if I can get some answers to that, because I have an informant. Go ahead.
Great. Baby, this was it. This was it right here. This was so good for me. I absolutely love Organzza's look. I love that we went with the the pink and the green, but I do still love that TNT's outfit had a little bit of the pink and the purple and the same color palette, just in the base of it all being green. I think having made this, I mean, is it the most complex thing to make in the workroom? No. Am I still very impressed by the fact that she made this for her partner in the day that they had? Absolutely. I really liked it. I think this is the best makeup translation that I saw. And I think Organzza was so smart here by doing the pink and the green faces. I think that definitely saved a lot of like what could potentially not translate as well. I did also point out, and I don't know if anybody else noticed it, none of these lovely makeover people were any skin tone close to Organzza or Shannon. Yeah. So both of them were going to be at a disadvantage based on that going into this challenge. I think Organzza took that and did something like very ingenious with it, as she has with challenges this whole season. And we'll talk about Shannon here later. But I love this.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Organzza kind of broke this challenge. Like she found a way to overcome that disadvantage. It was so smart. Just painting both of their faces 2 different colors fully, so that race really didn't play a factor in how this was presented. And I will say her partner was the absolute best with delivering it. Like the shuffling of the feet, I love that. I was like, you know how to work this stage. Come on, girl. And what's weird? Yeah, yes. What's weird about this one for me is if I look at these two, do I see matching looks? Not exactly. Does it work for me still? Yeah. I don't know why. Like, it feels like they're 2 characters in the same universe that just don't look exactly alike. And it works. It works. This is probably one of my favorite makeover looks I've seen this year. I thought this was such a great job. Yeah, I was kind of blown away by this.
Yeah, me too. I was very happy with this look. I'm very impressed. And I agree. Do they look like they match? No. But do they look like they're a part of the same parade? Absolutely. They look like they're at the same party, at the same carnival, whatever, and they're having a good time. And it shows like they had so much fun. Organzza looked so happy on that stage. This was the challenge that she was looking for, that she was looking forward to. Carnival is so important to her. And she was like, because this is where I became a drag queen. This is why I became a drag queen, is because of Carnival. And because I just love the whole facet of Carnival. And then her partner, who's very reserved and kind of quiet, came alive on that stage because of the theme and the makeup and the lights. All of that stuff was kind of like exuding from him. And he just dancing and doing the samba on stage. I was just like, yes, work, period. This was so much fun. They didn't have to match for me. They just looked like they were having fun, like I said, in the same universe, at the same carnival, at the same party, having a good time. One thing I will say that I did not like is seeing the buttons on the corset on the green. Mm-hmm. That was the only thing that I did not care for. Mm-hmm. But I was like, that made him look like an alien. Like now something else is going on down there. What is happening?
I'm not mad at that though. I'm going to be honest. I'm not mad at that.
It wasn't to the point where I was like, oh, I'm docking. It wasn't to that point. Right. It was just like, yeah, I just noticed it. This man got 3 belly buttons.
Yep.
But sure.
I do want to point out, Organzza said something slightly later in the episode about like all the people who become drag queens by trying it out on Halloween. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was so cool because this episode dropped on Halloween here.
On Halloween. I was like, but if that wasn't intentional, I'm mad. And if it was intentional, props to you, Drag Race Brasil.
Right. Well, what's interesting to me, I don't know how accurate this is, but I heard recently that Halloween is not widely celebrated in Brazil. Like I hear that some people celebrate it, but it's not like a normalized holiday there. So I thought that was interesting that she even brought that up. So yeah, if you're in the comments and I'm saying something completely off base, please let me know.
Because you know they will, David. Yeah. You know they will.
And we appreciate it. We do. But yeah, I agree. I love it. Okay, scores. I don't need to talk again.
Shocker. Organzza, full. Her partner, I'm going to give an 80. So it's going to average to a 90.
Well, I'm just slightly higher than you every time. I gave a 93.
And I'm going to be slightly higher than you because I'm going to give it a 95.
Ooh.
The highest scores we're going to give this evening.
Yes.
Organzza was my winner, by far, no question.
By far, nonetheless. Yeah, for me
too.
Too.
Same here. Oh, it's all downhill from here, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I really didn't put these in a good order. I'm sorry. Ooh. Oh, boy.
Jesus Christ. Both of these look
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, I do. For Miranda Lebrao. Where do I start? I think the wigs on both of them, both Miranda and Gucha Lebrao, I think the wigs look lovely.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that's about all that I enjoy about this. Here's the thing. Not even Miranda's look was that great. Something tells me she had another look planned and completely scrapped that idea. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, they talked about that, actually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck, they did. Yeah, thank you. They did talk about that. And it's to Miranda's detriment. Knowing that she made both of these garments, though, presumably, I am going to give her a little bit of credit there, because having to make both of them in the amount of time that they had, I think that is impressive. I will give her her flowers in that regard. However, her partner looks like if, I'm alluding it to like if RuPaul was wearing this garment and it was this beautiful space fabric, but that was a gown, and then RuPaul put on her sweatpants to go behind the judging panel. That's what it looks like.
I wasn't ready for that.
I know.
Because now all I see is
I know.
news. You know how news anchors wear their nice little blazers up top and cute shirt, and then they come out and they got on sweatpants and tennis
That's
shoes.
what RuPaul does.
This is her work from home outfit.
Oh, yep.
It's like I have to host a Zoom drag bingo back in quarantine, so I'm gonna wear this beautiful lace, and that galaxy fabric is so good. Sweatpants.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have a little bit more positive to talk about. So I really like that she decided to bring a message forward with this. I always like it when we get like positive messages from queens. Like she's doing her Alexis Mugler right here. If you watch La Mas Draga, you know what I'm talking about. And I actually thought they delivered these outfits really well. Yes, there's Alexis.
I love it. Okay.
No, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
But I thought they delivered it really well. Like we got glitter flying everywhere in their performance too. I was like, okay, come on, you all are really selling these really, really, really basic outfits as best as you can. Because I did not like the outfits, especially not the queen. What's her name again?
Gucha Lebrao.
Gucha Lebrao. Yep. Yeah, I did not like the fit of her pants. Like sometimes we're like, OMG, it's pants. I'm like, OMG,
it's pants.
This is, dear God, it's pants.
Oh Lord, it's pants.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's pants.
Oh God, pants.
Oh God, the pants.
Oh my gross, it's pants.
Oh my gross.
Oh my gross.
Jesus, gross. It's
oh
pants.
my gross, it's pants. I love that.
Yeah, that's the new thing, I guess. But yeah, the outfits just did not work, and I don't know. I would have thought she would do well with this challenge, and I'm a little surprised.
Yeah. After hearing everything that happened, that she was like, I had something, it didn't fit, had to change it. That didn't work. We had to change it again. I was like, oh, but sucks to suck. Is this is what the competition is. I hate it for you. But this just suffered. It suffered because all of this is bad. I am with Logan, except I don't even like the wigs. So there we go. I like nothing. That's it. Scores.
Oh, do I have to?
If you don't want to.
No, because she made both of these in the workroom. I'm going to give it a decent score. It's going to be a 40.
Well, once again, I'm a little bit higher than you. I gave it 45.
And I am going to give it a. You don't know. I don't. I'll give it a 20.
Oh, God, and it doesn't get... Oh, God, because last up is Shannon, and oh, Shannon. I don't even really know where to begin. Okay. I think Shannon looks fine. Unfortunately, she treated this like it was a normal runway and didn't even bother to really include her partner. I just kept walking instead of including her partner, and then decided halfway through walking down the main part of the runway, oh shit, my partner's not keeping up with me. I'm going to turn to look at my partner and go, ow, for the first time of like 5 times on this runway. And then she was like, oh, I'm going to keep stomping the runway because that's what I do. Oh shit, my partner's still not here. Ow! And then the partner doesn't even bother to stop at the front of the stage and then just turns and starts walking towards the side of, and I was like, oh God. And then this bodysuit, oh God. Oh. That's all. That's all I have to say.
Okay, so I think Shannon looks better than fine. I think she looks really good. Like, I think this outfit is quite stunning on her with her body. And that's the thing. Shannon's so proud of her body. She knows. She's like, I don't need to pad. Look at all this natural ass I have. And she does got it. She has a really great body that gives her an advantage. The problem is, I think she forgot not everybody has that body. So one of my biggest issues here was that she didn't pad her girl. And her, like, when they're walking, like, her girl's butt looks concave next to her. Like, there was no figure to her. And I really wish Shannon had thought about that. Like, okay, so I've got the ass. What about my girl? She needs something. So she could have done something there. Sure, the bodysuit's pretty plain and expected and predictable. It looks okay. It's just in comparison to Shannon, I do think the other girl looked a little rough. Overall, I did not have as big of issues with how they delivered, but I guess it was probably because they were first out and the standard hadn't really been set yet. So I don't know. Overall, I thought it was not great, but definitely not the worst of the night.
And that, it really stood out, the lack of padding really stood out when you saw Helena's partner with just the world's biggest ass. Just, even in the workroom, like the world's biggest ass. And I'm just like, oh, baby. That looks like George's. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Shannon, amazing. She looks great. Body banging. If my butt looked like that, I wouldn't wear pants either. Ever. I would just walk around with a thong and some shimmies in the front and bam, you see me. There we go. I would wear that every day if my butt looked like that because her butt looks amazing. But girl, she completely forgot she had a partner. Like she just completely forgot her partner. I will say her face, family resemblance, makeup, done. Check. Because the girl looked like she got that whole Shannon look with the cheeks and her lips and all that looked like Shannon. But that's where it ends. You didn't give her no body. You didn't give her no shape. You left her on the runway. It was like she was your little sister who you were forced to bring to the party with you. And you're like, all right, you can come, but don't talk to me. Like literally, it was like your mama made you bring your little sister to the party, and you ain't really want her to be there, but you knew you couldn't go without her. So you're like, all right, fine, I'm gonna dress you up and bring you to the party, but do not talk to me when I get there because I'm gonna be off with my friends. That's what it looked like. And I was like, oh, girl, you can't do that. It wasn't good. The performance, I think their performance was one of the worst performances to me on the runway. With both of them, not just the partner, with both of them. I thought it was just an overall bad performance. But that's it. That's it. Score?
I can't plead.
I won't plead.
Because Shannon does look good.
Mm-hmm. $37.
Okay. Well, finally, there's one where I'm not just a little bit higher than you. I'm a lot bit higher than you.
Okay.
I gave her 62.
I'm giving her 58.
Okay, I'm a little bit higher than Lana.
And that's that. Woo! So we get the judges. They're talking, and I feel like the critiques were pretty much how we saw it too. But Betina, great. Organzza, great. Hellena, great. Miranda,
Girl, what happened?
Girl, what happened? Shannon, girl, what happened?
Girl, what happened?
What happened?
Well, we know Shannon to not be the strongest in a design challenge.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, this season has been riddled with design and look challenges, which is not exactly her forte. Her forte is her charisma and her ability to storytell. Yeah.
And she does that, but this one him. So the top three, of course, was Organzza, Hellena, and Betina.
Yes.
As it should be. And the bottom two was Miranda and Shannon Skarllet. And that's just how it was. It was deserved. Both of them deserved to be in the bottom two, unfortunately. So then we have. Oh, wait. I want to talk about the Untucked real quick.
Okay.
Because we go back into the Untucked, and everybody's kind of like, so what are we thinking? What are we feeling? And I think everybody knew. At that point, from the judges' critiques, everybody kind of knew what was going to happen. And Miranda was kind of like, we should just celebrate that we're all here. We did this. It was lovely. It was cute. It was a nice moment. It wasn't like no shade, which David, to your comment earlier, this week episode, everybody was likable. Nobody was shady, even though Shannon kept saying no shade, no tea the entire time. There was no shade, no tea. It was just everybody
they got all their shade out last week. I don't think there was any shade left to be had, quite frankly.
I agree, because last week was ridiculous.
Between the roast and the who should go home and why, and that whole disaster.
And then afterwards, and folks, I was like, woo. Yeah. All the shade, all the tea came out last week. So it was no shade, no tea this week. And I was happy about that. That's the only reason I wanted to bring it up, because I was like, I was very happy that they went through the Untucked. And everybody kind of knew what was going to happen. Nobody was shade. Nobody was like, I don't know why your look is up here, or why your look is down there, or why my look is here. Everybody kind of knew where they fell in the hierarchy of, and everybody kind of figured it's going to be between Organzza and Hellena.
Yeah.
With
for the win.
No, they both should have been in the bottom. They were horrible.
But
that's what the fandom seems to think about Organzza. Not us here.
Not us here. I don't think so at all. And the fandom, I don't care what y'all think. I just think what I think. So go back out. Winner. Organzza.
Deserved.
Period.
Deserved.
Because as David said, she broke the game. She broke the challenge and did what made it not about race. She took the whole race part out of it and took her disadvantage and made it her advantage. And I loved it.
I think the big separating factor, honestly, was the performance of the makeover partner.
Yep.
Because Organzza's makeover partner, I think the looks are pretty comparable, honestly. I'll say that. But I think what really sold it is just Helena's partner just did not look comfortable, like you were saying earlier, Lana. And Organzza's did. And I think everyone online is frustrated that Hellena didn't win and saying Organzza is being favored by production. No, all three of her wins are deserved.
All three.
And her bottom placement last week was deserved. So if y'all are mad because she's black, get over it.
That's a you problem. That is a you problem. And she's going to be successful regardless if you like her or not. Period. And yes, I agree. If they had to start nitpicking on why Organzza would beat Hellena, it was because I'm sure Helena's look was great. Both of them were good, but both Organzza's looks were good. So what is the different factor is the performance of said looks, and Organzza and her partner ate it up. It is what it is. But so we have the bottom two of Miranda and Shannon, and they have to do a lip sync for their life.
To Ghetto by Izzo. Lip sync. I think we're talking about this off camera, and so I personally don't think the person who went home lost the lip sync. That is me personally, because I feel like the other person spent most of their time on stage in one spot painting their face. And I was like, is this the lip sync or is this an art show? Tell me something, girl. But she painted and she walked around and she painted some more. And she walked around, she painted some more. Then she went to the back and she started having a seizure and then she painted some more. I was just like, what is happening? But I didn't think Miss Shannon Skarllet lost this lip sync. That's my opinion. I don't necessarily think either of them won or lost the lip sync, if I'm being honest. I think what Miranda was doing was interesting. I was intrigued to see what she would give, and I was a little surprised by the energy that she was giving. I didn't get the face painting bit really at all. And I think of the lip syncs we've seen of Shannon's, I would say I think this was her weakest, personally. I think last week was her best, and I think her lip sync against Dallas was better than this. It's still not a bad performance by any means, because I see you looking at me, Lana. I don't think it was bad.
I'm not looking at you.
She's looking at me because I'm hot. Just kidding.
Oh. I'm kidding. Wow. Okay. Fuck my drag. God.
I was just listening.
Wow.
But now I'm gonna look at David.
I'm gonna look at you too.
Continue that. Somebody always gets their panties in a bunch when we don't
I
give
feel
them
so
attention.
loved here. I feel so loved here today.
All right, let's look at Logan.
No. I hate you both. Okay. Like I said, I think Miranda's energy was interesting, and I didn't get the face painting bit. I think Shannon did a good job. I think some of the stunts she tried to pull were a little crunchy, but I do think overall the performance was fine. For me, I think the lip sync could have gone either way. And I think it kind of came down to track record, ultimately. And I don't know that I necessarily agree with that happening. I don't know. Knowing what we know about one of the two people here in the bottom, it would have made more sense for that person who may or may not currently not be on social media still. It would have made more sense for that person to be eliminated here. Given what we know. But I think production had it in their mind that they wanted Miranda in the top 4 or top 3, because it probably would have been a top 3 had there not been a double save last week. I think they had it in their mind that they wanted Shannon out 5th. And because she did so well last week, they couldn't eliminate her. And so for me, it kind of feels like it didn't really matter what Shannon did. I think she was going to be 5th either way. And I don't think that's necessarily the fairest thing. But that's just what I think.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning more towards what Logan's saying here. For me, if I had judged the first half and the second half of the lip sync individually, I definitely would have given Shannon the win on the first half, without a question. She started off so strong. It was so like sexual, and her outfit really worked with the song too. Just everything, it felt like it really fit Shannon. I do think she kind of fell off a little bit near the end, especially when she did her cartwheel, and it was a little sloppy to me. And the thing about Miranda, I did not understand everything she was doing, but I was intrigued by it. And like I was looking at her and I'm like, she seems so small compared to Shannon. So she wasn't immediately grabbing my attention. But the more she did, the more my focus shifted away from Shannon and onto Miranda. And yeah, she was doing the stuff with the makeup, and I'm like, why are you doing this? I don't know, but I'm kind of intrigued by it. So if there was any significance to that, especially with the lyrics of the song, please let us know.
Please.
But I would not say that she spent the majority or even like a third of the time painting her face. I would say it was probably about a quarter of the song. The rest of the song, she was giving so much energy. She was moving around with like a frenetic like energy that I didn't expect from her. So I was pretty intrigued by her. Overall, if I had to pick a winner of the lip sync, I would have given it to Shannon, but not by much. So therefore, I would probably default to track record, unfortunately. But I still kind of wanted Shannon to stay because I just like her.
Me too. That's the difficulty. Is like, I think if I'm comparing both of their journeys on the show, I would have preferred Shannon in the top 4. But that's not what happened.
Nope. Everybody has to go at some point.
True.
So.
Yeah.
And I will say, when they announced that Miranda was safe, I get it. I get why she's excited. I get why she was thanking. Was it a family member of hers? I'm not sure.
Someone significant in her life.
Yes.
I wasn't exactly clear on who it was.
It just felt a little bit like over celebratory, considering your sister's she just got her dream crush. She's going home. So I would have liked her to rein it in a little bit and maybe celebrate the next day. Like, But good for you. Good for you, Miranda.
Or even give your sister a hug. Go to the back of the stage. Let her have her moment. And you could just celebrate in the back. I agree. I felt like Miranda's explosion. Her feelings are valid. Her feelings are very valid. And I don't know how I would react in that scenario either. But we've seen girls give a very similar reaction and then be like, oh my God, I sent my friend home. Mm-hmm. And in this scenario, she sent presumably still her niece. I don't think we've still gotten confirmation on whether Shannon is actually her niece. But I'm like, you sent someone home that clearly has a lot of significance to you in your life. And it felt, I don't even know what the right word is.
But the judges seem to be loving it. Like they were like crying when she's celebrating. So I don't know. Maybe it was a disconnect.
It might be. I don't know.
I mean, I felt that it was a lot, but to go from thinking you're about to go home to getting the news that you're staying, there's like a whole burst of emotions come out. Sure, I would have loved for her to run into too. And I don't know if the judges were crying simply for her. I think it was a mixture of her and the fact that Shannon was going home. Yeah. That they were crying for the fact that, we sent Shannon home, somebody who we all really like. So I don't know if it was all for her, but I agree. She could have reined it in just a little because it felt very disrespectful to Shannon.
Dismissive of Shannon's situation.
Her situation, her feelings, and her emotions, like, dang, now I'm about to go home. And you're like, wow, thank you, so thank you, Jesus. Like, it was a lot. And I was like, girl, you could be like...
And again, I don't know how I would react in that scenario, but...
I mean, even in that scenario, I would probably be like, when you see girls like, fall down to the ground, and like, oh my God, like, you can have your moment. Like, oh my God, I'm relieved. This is great. But then you stop and think about the person standing across from you who you just sent home. You're like, oh my God. Especially if, like I said, we're not confirmed if he's a niece or not, but she's supposed to be like possibly family. Drag family. You ain't even gonna stop and like, oh my God, go give her a hug, girl. I'm so sorry. Oh, I love you so much. Nothing.
She might have, and they cut it. I honestly don't know.
We don't know.
We didn't see it.
Well, all we can talk about is what we saw, and what we saw was and then we went to the back. Like, that's all we saw. No love, no I'm sorry, girl. No, nothing. It was, she could have reined it in for me, but I agree. But
Logan, I know you were thinking about Sahara Davenport.
I absolutely was, and I couldn't remember who it was, but remember she was like, "Yay!" Thank you. I forgot. Oh, rest in power, Sahara. We love you. And we also love Shannon, and I'm sad. Mm-hmm. That's my first draft pick right there. I'm sad.
First to
finally lost somebody.
I know.
This whole thing, you finally lost somebody. It just took the whole to the final five for you to finally leave somebody.
Okay, this is the only draft I'm doing well in. Let me have this one, please.
I mean, this is your moment. We ain't sad. We ain't have it. This is your moment.
I mean, I won 2 episodes ago, but...
We know. That's why we ain't like, look, you ain't got to hold back. Don't run in for us.
I will still say, I think what we've all been saying for a little bit now is true. I don't think I have the winner on my draft team.
No.
I don't, because I really do think... So we've got the reunion next week, which we will not be here to cover the reunion in full. We're going to do the reunion and the finale together in 2 weeks, just because we need a week off of something. Please. Let us have that, please. But there will be plenty more amazing, wonderful content, so stay tuned. But I do really think it's going to come down to Organzza and Hellena.
Ooh.
Ooh, I think Betina might sneak in there.
I do too.
I
think
could
Betina
see
might
it
sneak in there.
You know, I think it could be Betina. It's definitely one of the three of them. Spoiler. If you know, you know. But
I definitely see it coming down to Organzza and Betina.
I'm with
really?
Lana. I think
Okay.
it's between those two.
I just think Hellena has been so consistent this season.
But that's it. She's been consistently safe and consistently not been giving her the credit that she thinks she deserves and that we see she deserves. So I don't know.
Sure. We have to remember though, they have been hard on her
every week.
But this is a season 1. We have to remember this is a season 1. So they need to pick someone who is going to represent the whole franchise for this first year that it is there. And so I think if they're going to go on a model of consistency, I could see it being Hellena.
Maybe.
But did y'all see as well the new WoW Presents Plus series that Greg is doing that's premieres, I think, this week or next week?
Yes.
No.
Okay, never mind. It's fine.
I haven't.
I
saw. David said yes.
I saw
said no.
Okay.
What is it? Are we going to tell me what it is?
Greg's going. It's like a vlog kind of thing where Greg is going around Brazil, going to all of the cities that all of the queens of season 1 are in.
Oh, cool. I just didn't know what it was.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, great. That's awesome. Because then that'll actually give us some content on when they were talking about their culture, their hometown, what they bring into the runway. It'll actually make sense, like to see where they're
More
from.
Brazil content.
Love it.
We might cover it. I don't know.
Probably not. If I know us, we're gonna be like, yeah, we might do it. Nah, we probably won't.
Swamped with 47 drag series.
Right? It might not. It might not. But look, don't look for it. But if it happens, act surprised. There we go. That's it. Go ahead.
Well, since this is our last podcast before the finale, should we predict who we think is going to win? Since we narrowed it down to two each.
Sure. I will say Organzza's winning.
Okay. David?
I will say Betina's winning.
And I will say Helena's winning.
Ooh, look at us all picking, except me picking my own team.
I think Diva Moore is gonna win.
Ooh, that will be a shock.
Oh,
who's gonna win Miss Congeniality?
I have a pick. Okay. I have a pick. Aquarella. And it's not just because I like saying her name like that. I do think it's gonna be Aquarella.
I would probably go with Diva Moore, to be honest.
That's true.
I'm agreeing with Logan. I think it's Aquarella. I think for
me it's Aquarella or I think it's Ruby. That was my other choice.
Oh, Ruby!
Yeah, I forgot about Ruby. Ruby could get it.
Ruby could probably get it too, but yeah, I do think it's Aquarella.
Yeah, we've just seen a few franchise. It's mainly Spain. They love to give it to the first out girl.
2 times out of 3, right?
I think so.
Oh wow, interesting.
Maria Idilia. Oh, I just remembered Maria Idilia.
Yeah, I liked her.
Yeah,
I liked her a lot.
Me too.
Yeah.
Anyway, but that is it, you guys. We have done it. We have finished. We have talked about it. We'll be back in 2 weeks to talk about.
We finished the regular season of Drag Race Brasil.
Yes, we will be back in 2 weeks to do the reunion and the finale of Drag Race Brasil. We're excited about that. Please follow and hit all the subscribe buttons and all the buttons that follows, the shares and all of those things down below. Hit the notification bell so you know when every video is going to drop. Follow us on all of our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok because we are some funny people and we have some funny moments. So go watch them. We'll share them with you. And if you just want to follow David, myself, and Logan, you see all our Twitter handles down there and our Instagrams. right there for me. It's
That
in
right
there.
there for
And that
David.
there for David. Hit those
You
buttons.
have to go searching for mine. I don't give it out easily.
Ooh, he's hard to get. He's playing hard to get with you guys.
It's all photos of food. That's all it is. So.
But there it is. But follow all of us if you want to. We talk about some interesting things. Get your cup merch at lanagscreations.etsy.com. The link will be in the description below. And that's it. We thank you all for watching. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye bye. Adios.
Bye.
Adios.
Ciao.
Beautiful
Arrivederci.
Linda.